So tonight we got a very special unboxing. I'll have another one coming this week, or this weekend. We'll see when it gets here. This is from Spring Creek Model Trains. Now, if you keep up with them, you might know something came in recently. Something unique you can't get just anywhere. Spring Creek is a very special model railroad store. One of my favorites. I do have a list of favorites. I do try to share the love, as you might say. But Spring Creek can get stuff that some other hobby shops can't. As you know, they do special runs from time to time of unique models and unique things. And one of those unique things, as of late, happens to be another Protothrottle. So, let's take it out of the box and see what it looks like. So I said this was not your typical throttle. This is a custom color faceplate. $513. I worked a little bit of overtime for this guy. So let's take it out of the box here. We'll share this moment together. This is going to be cool. I feel like this is going to be really cool. So you get your normal manual here, some paperwork. Here's a little ad for Scotty's Model Shop. Here's some info for installing batteries. Awesome stuff. I don't think I'm going to do these yet. This is the 3D printed parts for to complement your throttle. Here's your love handle. And there it is. Look at that red, man. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. And this is the first time I think I've seen this wrapped in bubble wrap. But my goodness, look at that. Look at that color. Oh, golly me. So it is not screwed together, as I can see here. We've got screws and handles in here. We've got our tether, which I will not be using. I'm going to put that back in here with the rest of this stuff. And I'm going to show you guys how I set up my Protothrottles. I don't need this manual because I've done this 4 times already. And this is my 5th throttle. So I've got the original primer gray. Let's see here. Here's the original. This was the second release or option. And then this guy came along. And then you have the gold one, which I don't have here. That's at Superior Scenics. I use it there frequently. And I didn't have it here. I wasn't expecting this to come in. But we will be out there this weekend, so we'll get to see it in action. I'll need another set of knobs for this guy. This is going to look especially good on here. So without any further ado, let me go grab a couple of batteries and we'll get this guy set it up. Alright, so I'm using just regular AA Duracell batteries. These have always worked very well for me. I haven't had any issues with them. Other brands, other versions of this brand I've had some issues with. The Duracell, I forget what brand, what it's called, but it's a slight variation. And turn this off right away. And I had a couple issues with it. Not thrilled. Within the pack that I got the batteries in, they were already corroding and having some serious issues. I just need to go run and grab a screwdriver real quick. I will be right back. Okay, so I had to go find it. Lauren borrowed it for a minute, and it was in one of 6 places. So I just had to locate it quick. So we're going to take the screws that accompany this. They'll be, again, inside, behind the faceplate. If you haven't bought one of these in a while, that changed because they were having issues with damage to these components in shipping, I believe. And so shipping them uninstalled seemed to be a better alternative than getting a broken Protothrottle. I want to say it was something to do with the brake. So I just lightly get the screws set in there before I torque anything down. And when I say torque, I just mean snug. This gives everything a chance to line up properly. Okay, give that a little turn. One last little turn. You're not trying to like really torque anything down. You just want it nice and snug. We've got our handles. These are all just standard black handles. There's nothing special about them. They're all the same length, all the same size. Pardon me, one of them's longer. That is the throttle. So we'll put that guy in here. Oh, that is so bland. You know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to feel a little bad about this. I'm going to swap them right over here so we get all the good stuff right away. I'm sorry, Gray Throttle. So I'm at the point now with my Protothrottle experience that I'm basically, I went just all out trying to program everything to run on the Protothrottle. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm reeling back from that. I'm kind of backing away from trying to complicate everything. I still have a slew of locomotives set up for the Protothrottle, but I'm really kind of focusing those efforts because I have a lot of stuff to do before that becomes a reality, and I want to make sure everything's up to snuff. So I'll carefully go through one by one and make sure everything's set up the way I want it to be before I do that. But in the meantime, I'm working on consisting everything, making sure everything's consistent with each other, so that way when I do go to the Protothrottle, I can run 6 engines together, DPU, end of train, everywhere all together, no issues. So now that we've got this guy set up, basically I try to store everything in 0 or idle with the reverse or centered, generally. So the next thing we're going to do is, because that is the first throttle I had, everything is programmed to run how that is set up, and these should be set up the same way, but to be consistent and to kind of have some good follow through, we're going to move these two guys out of the way. We're going to set up everything on this Protothrottle the same as it is here. So to make this real simple and real easy, what I like to do is do everything at the same time. So this is going to have features that this doesn't have, but everything will be set up the same way. So you can see this one's flashing red, this one's flashing green. Hopefully you can see it. I'll move this down a little bit here. Sorry about that. So you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. There we go. So we're going to go through and everything's going to get set up at the same time. So they're both flashing red now because the system's off. Now if I turn the system on, I hear a couple engines fire up in the background, but there's my key fob to turn the layout on and off. Let's try turning them off real quick. Maybe it'll reconnect. I might have changed the number for the DCC system because I had this at another layout, which is why I don't do that. I don't take that places it's not supposed to travel. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. So we'll go through command configuration, and that should fix it. There we go. Okay. So we're back to square one. So we're basically going to copy and paste everything that's on here onto this guy, and we'll go from there. So I'm pressing this top left button here to cycle through all the same stuff. This is changed up. It looks like there are a few things maybe different. So we need to get to config function. So we're going to do that. So horn's going to be the same, bell's the same, brake is the same, brake off is the same, aux is 9, engine on is 8, engine stop, thread unlock, rev swap. So this guy we need to move up like that. Front, ooh, the alerter. Ooh, that's different. don't need that on. I'm not doing the compressor. I'm not doing the brake test. So forward headlight, 0. Front ditch lights is 6. So to go up, we go like this. And then if you want a momentary... Oh wait, no, that's... Oh, that's something else, different functions. That's for these buttons up here that it's momentary or whatnot. So this is controlling the knobs. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Stay with me here. Go through, dim 1. I have nothing for dim 2. So you can assign 2 functions to dim if you like. That's handy if you want different sounds to go off at the same time. So rear headlight is 0 because from the factory most headlights are on 0 and then it's directionally based. So this way when you go in reverse, F0, the rear headlight for bright is the same thing. That way it's not as confusing and you can just run it right out of the box. So F7, dim 1, rear dim 1, F13, dim 2 for rear, nothing different. Up button, momentary, I have it for latching. So to do this, I believe we need to go down. You could have gone up through 28 to get to the same place. So we want 4 latching, and we have 4 momentary, so this time we'll go up. There you go, F4 latching. And we're back. So that's set, so we're going to save that. Notch configurations we're not playing with. System we're not going to touch. Command configurations. So this is my 5th throttle, so I need A, B, C, D, E. So either none of them are trying to pull the same ID. Base address is set to 3. Alright, so there's nothing else to change in here, and there's obviously more stuff in here. So we're just going to save that, and now we should be green. Continuing on through preferences. Sleep time 5 minutes. Oh. Cycle through. So alerter is off. That's the way I like it because I don't need to keep having it go off on me. So you can see this one's got more functions again. Okay, that's saved. Diagnostics. If you want to reset your throttle, we can do that in diagnostics. In fact, I was thinking about with this throttle, doing a small series on your first Protothrottle and your first DCC and sound engine. So this will probably get reverted back to stock anyways. But that's how you set up your throttle to be compatible with the throttles that you have and the locomotives the way you have them set up. Obviously, if you have yours set up differently, you'd follow the same sequence and just lead you to different functions. So that's that. I'm going to have a little fun with this guy, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching Shawn's Trains, and thanks to Superior Scenics for sponsoring the channel.